중요해. 여러분, seek perfection of character. Seek perfection of character. Be faithful. Be faithful. Endeavor. Respect others. Respect others. Refrain from violent behavior. Refrain from violent behavior. Come on, read.
Welcome to Ultimate Fight Clan. Today we've got Elliot with us. All right, Elliot, how you doing? Yes. What's the karate version of the pay respect? Is it just a bow?
Yep, it sure is. Yep.
Okay, all right, okay.
Us.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, yeah, us, yeah. Now, today I'm going to have a chat with Elliot about his karate journey. So his martial arts journey, which so far is karate. And I think, shall I start, Elliot, by reading out the message that you sent me?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Okay, let's do that because that's the story of this. So Elliot sent me this message and I said to him, I'm not going to reply to this. I want to have a chat to you about it because it raises some interesting points. It says, I want you to hear this, what I'm going to say about my karate life story. I think I'm reaching to that point with my karate black belt retiring. I've got nothing else to prove to karate. I don't want to quit karate. People gave up reaching black belts in life, but he's got a black belt. Nothing stayed the same. Everything changes in life. I'm an old student. I've been doing it for 13 years, 14 years, for my whole life pretty much. Don't get me wrong, I love karate. I really do. It's in my blood. And then, do you understand what I'm saying? That means he wants to have a chat with me about it. And I've got plenty to say on the subject, but I thought that Elliot's not going to be the only person going through something like this when it comes to learning martial arts and achieving goals. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to have a discussion about it. So I'm going to start off, Elliot, by asking you, do you remember how old you was when you started karate?
I started karate. I was about 11 years old.
Okay, 11 years old. So okay, I've got it. Okay, now can you think back and remember why you started karate? What made you go to karate? What was your reasons?
Well, my reasons it's my role model about karate in life, and I used to love karate, and when I was little, but I still carrying on karate life, I think.
Okay, so you had an interest in karate. You know, you could have chosen. What I'm asking you is, you could have chosen any sport, anything else. You could have chosen gymnastics, football, basketball. You could have chosen lots of different things. There's lots of things you could have done, but you didn't. You chose karate. Can you remember why you specifically chose a martial art over another sport?
Well, well, I was doing another sport, like in basketball, and but I'm not a fan of um, rugby or cricket, and but
Yeah.
but that's my other favorite sport, and 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 I go there every Saturdays afternoon,
What, the
and
karate or
no, no,
the
no, no,
basketball?
yeah, yeah,
Basketball.
and I start I start basketball at um 3:15,
Right.
and I played with adults group
Okay.
with on over 18s, like my age. We was burn up some teams, and who's going to show up or not show up, if that make any sense. And
Mm.
yeah, well, sometimes we pray, sometimes we pray full core, and um half core, and how many people are there going to show up, or
Yeah.
yeah, that
Sometimes,
may,
sometimes you're saying sometimes you can't get the full team.
no, no.
Yeah, it's understandable. See, that's the difference because karate, you need people to train with, but you don't need to get a certain amount of people. You can just have two. You don't need 20 or a certain amount on a team or whatever, like five-a-side football. You don't need a certain amount. It can be 2 or 20. It works. So there is that. And are you saying that you stopped with the basketball, or did you continue that as well? You stopped that?
No, no, I still continue really, but in the summer holidays they take a break in the summer holidays, and I just thought I just thought, why are they taking a break? I thought they should stay carried on in the summer holidays, but
Mm.
yeah, yeah, that's my opinion really. They should carried on in the summer holidays.
Yeah, yes, it's true. Yeah, because that's when you've
Um,
got time to play, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, that is a
Mm,
bit strange. You are interested in other stuff. You're interested in the basketball as well as the karate, but
hmm.
you with the basketball, you're just telling me that you're happy to continue that, whereas with the karate, you're saying that maybe you reach the end of the road with it and you might stop. So, I got a question for you on the karate thing. When you first started karate, did you have a goal in mind? Was your intention to, I'm going to study karate and I'm going to try to get a black belt? Or did you just try it out and see how you get on? Did you have a goal in mind when you started karate?
Um, well, I didn't had a goal, but back in the day, I was giving it a go, and see and what it's like there, and I don't think it's not about the um belts in karate, and I think it's about I think it's about to do your your health, your anger, and health, anger, and your overwhelm and stress things and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it's not about the belts really, because I reached I reached black belt, and so I have got nothing else to prove in karate, and
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
and I just want to um, help uh, help others in karate. What's understand about karate, and it's not very too um, to teach other people that's too hard and difficult, really.
Right. Well, look, the interesting thing is here you've asked a question about, are you done in karate? Is it the end of the road? You've achieved your black belt. But in
Mhm.
describing karate and what you get from karate, you've answered your own question, because if you think about what you've just said, you've actually told
Oh,
me
yeah,
that it's not about the belts. Right? You said it's not about the belt. Karate gives me other things. It gives me the overall well-being. It keeps me centered, stops me being over emotional and angry. It gives me a sense of purpose. All of these things are way more important than the belts. The belts are good. They're little sense of achievements along the way. They're a mark of achievement. But you've said it yourself. You've been doing it so long. How old are you now?
I'm 25.
Right, so you're 25 now. You've been doing
Yeah.
it for a big portion of your life, and
Mhm.
already you understand the benefit of karate. You've taken the
Yeah.
goodness out of it, and you've
Mhm.
thrown the belt out the window and gone, it don't matter about the belt. So, if it doesn't matter about the belts, and the point of karate isn't the belts, which I have to say it's a personal decision, but I have to say that sounds right to me, that it isn't about the belt, it's about what you get from it personally, then why would you want to give that up? Because those things that you've gained from karate, the the health and well-being and keeping you a centered individual, makes you respect others. I mean, I'll add a few things in for you. It helps you turn up to class on time. You can use that in your everyday life, turning up to work on time and stuff like that, being punctual, being respectful to other people. You've got to be very trusting in martial arts to train with someone, because you don't want to hurt each other. You want that person to want to come back next week, and you want to go back next week. And if you're hurting someone, then they're not going to want to come back. And if they're hurting you, you're not going to want to come back. So you've got to be very trusting of the partner and very respectful of the other people in the class. So martial arts teaches you a lot of things. Yes, along the way you get a black belt for it, or any color belt, just to give you a little bit of incentives along the way. Nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, you've said it yourself. It's not the important part. So my question to you now is, you've achieved the black belt, but you've also got all of those other things. And those things, you're never going to lose those other personal life lessons you've got from going to martial arts. You're not going to lose those things, but you're surely going to want to keep them up. If you leave karate, you will still have those things, but to keep them on track, and as you say, to demonstrate to others what it is given to you, then it's best that you still continue to go karate, because if you don't, then you won't be able to show others. You can tell them the lesson you've learned here. And you've asked a question about, is it the end of the road because I've got a black belt? There's nothing more to achieve. But you've answered it. It don't matter about the belt. And there'll be other people with this question, and you're there to answer that question. And that is why I wanted to have you on, so you could talk about this, and hopefully other people who are in the same boat as you might also go, I've got a black belt, what else is there? But I didn't have to bring those things up. You brought them up yourself. You brought those things up, those life lessons that going to karate has taught you. You brought them up yourself. You valued them higher than the black belt itself. The whole thing that people attain, oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to get my black belt, which you've got. You put those other life skills and lessons above the belt yourself. I didn't feed that to you. You said that yourself. So there's your answer. The belt is just something that you've got. You can be proud of that belt. You can wear that belt with pride. Others can walk in the room and go, look, he's got a black belt. He's achieved something. You can tell others about it. You don't have to show off, but you can tell others about it. I've achieved a black belt in karate. This is a brilliant, brilliant achievement that you should be proud of. But now you've attained that level. You've said that yourself as well. I'm telling you this, but you told me this. You're now there to help and teach others that the belt isn't what it's all about, that it's about other things that you get from learning any martial art. That's what it's all about. The essence of learning the martial art whilst gaining these other things. Like you say, it gives you a hell of a lot more than just the belt. The belt is just a symbol of what you've achieved. But the other things that you've achieved, that you've explained, you can see them on the person because of the way you stand, your stature, how calm you are, how nice you are to other people. Because I know you. I know you're a lovely lad. You're nice to people. I've seen you at karate. I came to watch you at karate. You were very respectful. You said bye to everybody. You waited for people to stop talking at the end so that you could say bye to them. You did all of that stuff. I'm not saying you wouldn't have had that without karate, because I also know your mum and dad. And I know that they're great people and would have brought you up right as well. But that karate would have helped you with that stuff. That would have helped instill that in you. And that is very important. And I don't need to tell you this because you've just told me this. You told me. So the belt, yeah, it's great, but it's not the end. And martial arts, you're always learning martial arts. When you do something, if you do something one time, you might be rubbish at it. You do it 10 times, you're okay at it. You do it 20 times, you're better at it. You do it 50 times, you're good at it. Then you get better and better. So there's the practice element. You can continue to practice karate and get better at what you already know. You've got that. So don't forget that. Continue to practice. Not only that, you said it yourself, health and well-being, fit, strong, somewhere to center your mind, somewhere to get all the thoughts that you're having throughout the day and process them and throw them out in the karate lesson. You don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose that. Who knows what a bit, by all means, you can try not doing it and seeing how you get on. But you've said it yourself. You've now got things that you can teach others. You can now teach others about it. And that's priceless stuff. So, however, I do understand that there are points in the life, you said it in your own message, that things change in life. You are absolutely right. And if you have committed a lot of your life so far, a lot of your life you've committed to karate. And it could be time that you put your efforts into something else, right? Because there's only so much time and you spent a lot of it doing karate. And if you feel fulfilled, then that's fine. You can move on and go, I want to now put that time that I use for karate, I want to use that time to do something else. And you can still practice karate at home, in your own time, whenever you get a minute. So there's nothing wrong with not doing karate anymore and you being done with karate. There's nothing wrong with it. But it ain't because you've achieved a black belt. It ain't because you've achieved the highest grade. Because those things, the things that it's teaching you, the person it's made you the person you are, those things you will continue to learn and continue to practice, as well as fitness, training, and learning the martial art. So, but it's up to you. But try and remember what karate has given you, and you don't have to remember because you told me what karate gave you. So it's more than the belt. You've said it yourself. It ain't about the belt. So I don't know what you think. I don't know what you think of all that, but if it's time to find other hobbies and karate takes up a lot of your time, that's perfectly natural as well. If you want to stick around, teach others, coach others, then you can do that. But it's okay to to leave it as well. It's okay to leave it as well, but you know what it's done for you.
Can I ask you a question for you?
Yeah, go on. Let's have it.
Um, um, do you want me to um quit karate or still continue?
I want you to do what you want. I've got a t-shirt on here which has got some Bruce Lee quotes on here, and one of them is don't think, feel. So listen to Bruce, and I mean that as well. Go with how you feel. If you feel you've achieved what you want to achieve, yes, there's more to achieve. We know there's stripes on the belt. We know there's practicing. We know there's teaching others. There's more to achieve in karate. Of course there is. But that doesn't mean you want to do that. You have dedicated a big chunk of your life to training, practicing karate. And there are other things in life, but you have to go how you feel. I guess my suggestion is to take a break and see what life is like without karate. And that will help you make a decision to go, I miss it. I want it back. Or you might go, no, I'm happy. If you sit at home instead of going karate and you're not filling your time with anything else that's fulfilling for you, you're going to feel a little bit empty and go, well, what have I replaced it with? It might just be that you've reached something they call burnout, which is where you've been doing it so long, you just need a break. You just need a rest from it. That's all. From everything. The journey there, the people, the teacher, the classes, the commitment, all of it. You might just need a break from all of it. And that's probably the best thing to do. Like anything, people take a break from work and all sorts. Just take a break, chill out, meditate, and have a think about, okay, am I done with karate? In a few weeks' time, you'll go, I don't miss it. I don't miss any of the people. I don't miss the training. I don't miss the journey. I'm happy. I'm content. So don't worry about what I want or what anybody else wants. You go with how you feel and what you want to do. You know, you've told me here today how important martial arts has been to your life so far. Well, that doesn't have to end if you leave karate. You can still leave karate, and that martial arts that you've learned, that karate you've learned, and those experiences you've had for the past 14 years, they aren't going anywhere. They're part of you now. You don't have to continue to do it. You can just leave it now. If you're meant to do karate for the rest of your life, then you will, because that's what you will feel like. But at the moment, you're a little confused because you're in it. You're too involved. Take a step out, have a break, clear your thoughts, clear your mind, and then make a new, fresh decision of, do I want to continue with this? Because you might not want to. There's no right or wrong answer. Stay or leave. The only person who knows if it's right is you. But to help you make a decision, take a step back and look at it from the outside and go, I'm okay without doing this, or I love it. You might take a break. It could be for a year. It could be for 10 years. And you could go back to it. You could try a new martial art. Go, I've done karate. I've reached black belt. I need a new challenge. Doesn't have to be a martial art. It can be a different thing. But it could be. Could be another martial art. Go, well, I'll try something else now. Whether it be jiu-jitsu or kung fu or Thai boxing or something, you could try another martial art. You could do that. Another thing I would suggest is maybe talk to your sensei. Is his name Eric?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just, I would discuss it with Sensei Eric as well, see what he thinks about it. And I got another question for you. When you joined karate and all the people you met, Sensei Eric and all the other students there, how did they make you feel? Did they make you feel wanted? Did they make you feel like part of the club? Or did you feel isolated and alienated? What did you feel like in karate? Did they make you part of the karate family? How did they make you feel?
They make me feel part of family and part of karate club,
Yes.
and um, and um, and um, and so um, uh, uh, I can't think of the words now.
Okay. What I'm trying to get at here is you've just said that they made you feel part of the club and part of the family, right? They must
mm,
have. It would be very surprised if you didn't feel like that, especially if you've been going for so long. But if you compare that to some other situations that have happened in your life, whether it be at school, whether it be in certain jobs that you've had, I'm sure you've come across horrible people that don't make you feel nice,
mm,
that make you not want to go back, right? And probably, right? Yeah, is that true? Have you had? You don't. I don't want you to tell us what they are, but have you had bad experiences with people and jobs and school, etc., in your life? Have you had negative experiences before?
ye- mm, yes, I did, and yes, I did. I was very, very little with bad experience in, 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 bad experience in life, really.
Yeah, yeah. People can be horrible, right? They can be nasty, but you didn't experience that at karate, did you?
No, no,
People were
and
accepting, they welcomed you in. It's
mm,
testament to them because you've continued to go back for 14 years. So
mm,
it must be good there, or welcoming there. And that just goes to show you that that would have probably been a little bit of an outlet for you. It would probably be one of the ways, one of the reasons that you went to karate that you probably didn't even realize that at karate you felt accepted. You could just be Elliot, you could be yourself, and nobody judged you. I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing because I know what martial arts clubs can be like. I've been to good and bad ones, but if you've been going for 14 years, that must say something about it. That it's good. It must mean that it's a positive experience for you. And that's what I'm saying. So if you've had negative experiences in other aspects of your life, and this is a positive one, then there's probably part of the reason why you're struggling to let it go. Because let's face it, you could just say to your dad, I ain't going karate anymore, but you haven't. You haven't. You're questioning it. I wonder what I should do. Shall I carry on or not? Only you know the answer. But the fact that you're
mm,
questioning it means that it is an important part of your life and, has been an important part of your life, but it always will be. That won't change. That won't change. It will always have done what it's meant to have done. You don't have to continue it. So it's your decision, and that's a good thing, really. That's a good thing because you should be allowed to be freedom of choice. You do it if you want. You don't have to continue it if you don't want. You can try something else. You can put your energy and efforts into something else. You can just have a break and have a relax and do nothing for a bit. Just have a think.
yeah, yeah, no, I find it hard though, really, because it's not very in, easy to make a decision in life, really.
I know. What I'll say is a bit of advice my brother gave me once. He told me to stop being hard on myself. And that's what you're
Mm,
doing. Stop being so hard on yourself. It's a good problem to have because you have achieved a good standard in karate. It's not like you did it for 5 minutes and gave up and couldn't be bothered. You spent a long time doing it. You should be very proud of those achievements and you can either continue them or not. Do not do a Bruce Lee. Don't think, feel. It's more important that you go with your heart and how you feel. Don't overthink it too much. Don't overthink it. If you overthink it, you're going to get distracted and you're not going to know what's going on. And you're going to get in a situation you're in now where you're saying, this is, a difficult decision. Of course, it's a difficult decision. Of course
Yeah.
it is. But, you know, just discuss with your sensei for sure. But even what he says, what I say, it don't matter. Go with how you feel and what you want to do. You can take, there's nothing wrong with taking advice from people. But my advice is you do what you want. No one is going to judge you for staying at karate or leaving karate. Nobody. You've got what you got from karate. No one's taking that away from you. No one is going to say you're rubbish, you should have stayed, and no one's going to say, you know, you should leave it. It's up to you. It's your decision. Think of all the things that all the people around you have done and how long they've stuck it out. Not many people stick things out for 14 years. It's a long time. It's a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Long time to do the same thing over and over again. Long time.
Yeah, yeah. Some people have, some people has stayed for 20 years or 30 years, but I can't really do that because that's a really long time to do it really, but I can't cope with that really.
Okay. Well, look, stop putting so much pressure on yourself. If you don't feel like you can cope with 30 years of karate, it's no problem. No one's forcing you to go. You just stop. I told you, when you take it away, that will help you make a decision to say whether you want to have it back in your life or not. But, you know, I'll ask you a very basic thing here, and you should attribute this to everything that you do. You can't always like or enjoy everything you do. However, something like this, which is a hobby, you should enjoy it. So I ask you, do you enjoy it?
Well, well, to be honest with you, well, 50-50 really, because it's all the same really, and nothing changes over the years, like
Sure.
Same people, same people, same senseis, and all that, kind of stuff really.
Yeah. It's become a little stale for you now. I suggest that obviously you can say it nicely, but yeah, I suggest you maybe you don't have to, but you could let Sensei Eric know that, and then he may be able to say, "Oh, I didn't realize." Because don't forget, if you don't tell him how you feel, he won't know how you feel. You keep turning up to his class, he probably thinks you love it. He doesn't know that you're getting tired of it. So if you tell him, he might go, "Okay, you can help out with the juniors then, Elliot." You know, he might give you something else to do that keeps it fresh for you. Now, he might not, but he also might. Remember, he can't know your dilemma if you don't tell him the dilemma. He can't fix your problem if you don't tell him the problem. So maybe having a chat with him and say, "Look, this is getting a bit repetitive for me now. You know, is there anything we can do to keep it exciting and fresh for me? Because I'm getting a little bit tired of it." I'm sure he might say, take a break, or he might say, "Yeah, sure. Maybe we can teach you some of the secret techniques." You know what I mean? You might be able to teach them secret methods, or he might say you can help out doing something else. He might invite you to help out at seminars and all sorts. Look, he may not have anything to offer, but we don't know unless you ask him. So it's always worth it, always worth it. But it definitely sounds to me like you certainly don't enjoy it as much as you used to. Is that an accurate statement? That you enjoy it less than you used to?
Um, um, Tough question. Um, well, 50-50 because um, if I see Eric and ask him and yeah see and how I feel about about my quality because I'm a bit really quiet. Um, I'm a bit really quiet person. I am because because I'm a I am a private person, but
Sure.
and I just don't like telling people um on how am I feeling about in life and quality, but I should yeah I should I should speak more really and about my my feelings in core A
Yes.
and yeah I should talk more really.
Well, look, and you are doing. You had the
mm,
thought about it. You asked my opinion on it.
mm,
You're on here. Yeah, okay. It ain't the biggest channel ever, but there'll be people that listen to it, and there might be people that comment on it. People in the same boat. This is the thing. When you chat about these things, I'm also private. I don't want to be on here, camera, and chatting on camera and all that. But the reason I've done it is because I do think that there will be people in the same boat as you. And there'll be people that have been in the same boat as you that might be able to offer some sound advice. So let's see. You never know. You never know. But don't all the things you do, like you say, when you open up and you tell other people how you feel and stuff, it can always help others. So that's a good thing, and I commend you for that because you've just told me that you're a private person, that you don't want to air your views, yet you've agreed to come on here and air your views. So that's brave of you, very commendable, and thanks for doing it. Appreciate that.
so
Yeah, yeah,
yeah
brilliant.
mm,
So what I'll do, right? So let's leave it there then, yeah, because we've got to where we've got to with it, and the decision hasn't been made. So we'll leave it there. My suggestion is the most obvious one. Again, do what you want to do. Go with how you feel. Don't worry about what other people. It's your life, your decision. But pull away, take a break, clear your mind, and have a think about it. That's the best. That's the best thing. And when you've made your decision, no rush. Remember, you don't have to make a decision overnight. You don't have to make it now. You don't have to make it tomorrow. You make it when it feels right. It could be that you go, I'm not going karate ever again. It could be that you end up doing it for another 10 years. We don't know yet because that's in the future. But like I say, take a step back, have a think about it all, calm yourself down, and then make a decision. And whatever decision you make, remember, it is not final. You can change that decision. If you make a decision to stop going karate, in 6 months' time, you can go back to karate. If you make a decision to stay at karate for another 10 years and you're there for another 10 years, you can leave after 10 years and go, well, now I really have had enough of it. So, whatever decision you make, it's not final. It's just a decision at that time.
mm.
So, like I said, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself, as my brother said. Just don't take it so serious. It's okay. This is no big deal. You can leave it. You can stay. You can change your mind later. No problem. No one's gonna judge you on it. It's all good. Okay.
Okay um um uh, can I ask you another question?
Of course.
Um, 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 do you think um, people people in yeah in quite a like me or don't like me or they can't be bothered really.
Well, that's a pretty bearing your soul question that you've done
Mm,
there.
mm,
You've, you know, I can tell now that there's some deeper rooted things here. Uh,
yeah,
and
yeah.
again, we're just going to have to go with. I can't tell you that. I don't know. My guess is because you've been going so long. I've actually
Mm,
met some of these people. I came to your seminar the other day.
mm,
Everyone knew your name. Everyone seemed very, very, very polite with you. Lots of people, I didn't see that many people calling out people's names. There was so many people. Then you told me they weren't from your clubs. Your dad said, no, he's not. He's from another club. But he's still saying, all right, Elliot, good to see you. So I think you've made an impact, is my
mm,
honest, you know, interpretation just from what I've seen. But I haven't seen much. But what I will say is that given your determination and the fact that you've done it for so long, you've continued and you've attained that black belt, I know that that will be inspiring to some people. I know it will be. I know it will be. I think once your dad sent me a video of you receiving your black belt. I don't remember what he said, but I do know that the things he said when he gave you that black belt, my guess is they're different to what he said to other people, and they should be because it's a personal journey. But
mm,
I'll have to
mm,
dig that out. Do you remember when you got your black belt? You don't have to remember exactly what he said, but some of the things he said to you, they were very personal to you. He was very nice to you, your journey, and how much you deserved that belt and how hard you work for that belt. So, from what I've seen, I think people have totally accepted you and they're inspired by your journey and what you've managed to achieve. That's from what I've seen. I certainly am. I ain't no black belt in karate, so you've done a great job doing it. Um, I take it you still feel welcome at that club and people are nice to you. Yeah,
mm,
yeah.
um, Um, well, sometimes, sometimes I speak, s- s- certain people about my age group because I don't really like, talking to like, 40s, and 50s, older people, and I just find it hard to I just find it hard to talk to older people, but I talk to certain of my age because and so yeah, and that's about it really.
Well, look, that's just going to come with time, getting to know
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
It seems it's not my experience. I'm in
No.
that age bracket that you've said, and
Mm,
you can talk to me. I know you've known me for a long, long time,
mm,
but you've got no issue talking to me. And
mm,
just remember that you do know them, but you might not know them very well.
mm,
And you're at karate class. You don't
mm,
get that much time. You get time to mix them. You get a different level of respect for the people
mm,
that you train with.
mm,
You leave your you know, you leave your sweat in the club with them. You've experienced something different with them rather than just having a chat. It's a different experience. Of course, you can have a chat while you're training and everything, but remember, with the martial arts, it's a different experience with the person. You're doing something together, right? It don't matter about having a chat with them and whatever. You can have a chat with them. You're saying you find it difficult. That's just going to come with time, confidence, practice. Like with the martial arts, the black belt didn't come overnight. It's been 14 years, right? It took practice. That's the same as everything, right? You're going to be lacking in confidence, but one thing you do know is that when you do speak to these people, when you do open up to these people, what you get in return is you get nice people back. So it ain't going to happen with everyone, right? There's horrible people out there. We know that. But look at the lady you said bye to the other day. You politely waited for her to finish. And then you said, I'm just going to say bye because I'm going now. She said, that's lovely, Elliot. Lovely to see you. She was probably 60, 55. She was probably anywhere between 50 and 60, right? Yeah, she was an older lady. You approached her, so you had the confidence to do that, and what you got in return was a lovely reaction. If you get bad reactions from people in return for your kindness and going to talk to them, look, it's going to happen, but don't let it knock your confidence. That person, they're not for you. They're giving you a different energy, and that's not the energy that suits you. It's not the energy that you want. You want positive energy. So if these people are being horrible or being negative or not giving you the time of day, don't worry about it. That's them. That. You don't need that. You don't need those people. That's how you learn who to give the time of day, who is going to be your friend. That's how you learn. You approach, you talk, and then you learn. Nice person, like that. They were horrible, didn't like it. Well, that's it. We know now, don't we? We know. But you've given them the opportunity, you've given them the chance. As long as you stay true to yourself and you're always nice, respectful, and polite, you behave how you know how to behave. If they behave badly and they're horrible, that's on them. That shouldn't change you. You just leave them. They're the ones who have got to go and live with that. You carry on the same, giving off the nice, positive vibes, being nice and friendly and polite to everyone. And most people will give you that in return. If they don't, then they don't matter, do they? They don't matter.
No.
So don't worry about that. Again, no. Yeah, just don't worry too much on that. Again, don't stress too much over that. Just carry on being yourself. And you'll either get on with them or you won't. Doesn't matter. All right?
Yeah, I try my best, but it's not very, very easy.
No, I understand.
Mm,
That's because you're trying.
yeah.
Don't try too hard. Just be yourself. And if people don't like that, then you're not going to get on, and they're not for you. And if they do, they do. All you can do is stay true to yourself. Just be yourself. Don't try to be Elliot. Don't try and be yourself. Just be yourself. And if you're a good-hearted fella, a nice-hearted, good-willed young man, then that's it. You don't need to try and be that. That is you. So just be yourself. Relax and don't try too hard, and just be Elliot. And that either works for someone or it don't work for someone. It doesn't, it don't matter. That's it. All right.
Yeah. Thank you, Sniffer.
Aye. No worries, mate. Yes. No worries. Love it. Woos.
Us.
Yes. Now, so we'll leave it there. But what I'm going to say is, have a relax, have a think about what you want to do, whether you want to continue it. Was it block there, come in with the elbow, grab him up there and pull him to one side. Remember that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, block in there, out there, underneath with the elbow. Grab this hand, on the wrist, this one on the elbow, pull him down. I remember. I learned something that day as well. Thanks to Sensei Sander, I think his name was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
that's it. Go away, have a think about it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Relax, and then the decision will come naturally. And whatever the decision is, your friends, your mum, your dad, your bro, they're all going to support you. They're all going to support you. Anyone who don't, you don't need to know them anyway. So don't worry about that. And what we can do is, when you've made your decision, we can always come back on and have another chat.
Yep, sure. Yep, sure.
I'll see you later, mate.
Yep, you too.
Take it easy.
You too.
Wait! What? Yeah, brilliant.